All right, what is up, everybody? I am here with my girl, Emma Talley. My name is Hope Barnett, and it is Major Week. How excited are you, Emma? I'm so excited to get this week started. I feel like it has been on my calendar. I've been ready. It's in my home state. I'm from Texas. We're in the Woodlands. So how excited are you to follow along this week and to actually be on site for the Chevron Championship?
Yeah, I'm so excited to see all my friends, and I'm glad you're there. We're gonna have a great catch up. But yeah,
Oh
it's
yeah,
major week. It's always ended in amazing fashion, like playoffs. We're
always.
gonna have someone hopefully jump in Poppy's pond. So, yeah, all the things. It's just a really good week, especially after the emotional few weeks that we've had, especially at the Masters. So, very excited to get major week beginning on Thursday.
Oh, yeah. I know. I cannot wait. I can't wait to see you. And someone else that we are going to see on site and that you guys are going to see teeing it up is Madelene Sagstrom. So, as most of you probably already know, or maybe you don't, I don't know. Either way, she won a couple weeks ago at the T-Mobile Match Play presented by MGM Rewards, which was in Las Vegas. And it's just so fitting that she won because she's been involved in so many Solheim Cups. Emma, I know that you are friends with her. She's awesome. I was so excited for her. She's only won once on tour before this, so now she has two LPGA Tour wins, which is kind of crazy because I feel like she's been in contention so many times. Like, I can't believe it's only two. I feel like there's way more. But how excited were you for her to just, for her to get the job done and hoist that trophy alongside her mom?
It's always fun to see a vet win, especially if they've been not in a drought because she's a great player, but she hasn't won in a long
Yeah.
time. And so it's always fun to see a vet because they've been working their butts off year after year, week after week. And her mom was there, and it was so sweet. They both got really emotional,
So
which was really
sweet.
cool. All the hard work paid off. She was a baller at LSU. Then she absolutely kicked everyone's butt on what Epson Tour, and now she's like you said, she's had a great professional career, Solheim Cups, match play. She's a fierce match play competitor, so I'm not
Yeah.
surprised. And that golf course is really hard, so I think it's someone that we definitely could look out for this week. She's a long ball hitter, and she's also obviously in good form. So excited to have her
Yeah.
on, and yeah, welcome, Madeline.
All right, guys. So as most of you know, Emma and I, we travel a lot for work. And when you're traveling, I mean, I know some people wear like jeans and they wear heels to travel in. Me and Emma, we don't do that. We
No.
don't do that around here. We want to wear the comfiest clothes we can on our body, and I actually cannot think of anything better than the Rhone Dream Glow collection. Emma and I finally got our sets in the mail, and it is one of the softest things I've ever put on my body. I got a two-piece set, a little zip-up jacket, and some like joggers, and I'm obsessed. Emma,
Yes.
what do you think about
I
yours?
mean, the material is so nice. It's like soft, but it's not too like it's not warm. It's soft. Very stretchy for this big belly. So it's definitely going to be my airport outfit, my mom outfit, my everyday running errands outfit. Like so good. Thank you, Roan. It's a great little gift in the mail, and I'm very excited to sport it around the airport, going to Chevron and coming home. So gonna get
Yes.
two wears out of it in 1 week.
I love it. You might as well. Less you have to pack, honestly. But if you're listening to this or watching this, it's a great gift. This would be perfect to get maybe your wife or your girlfriend, your sister, whatever it may be, or maybe you want to get it for yourself. So whether you're taking a nap, whether you're traveling, whatever it may be, you can rest, recharge, and radiate in Rhone. All right, everybody, welcome Madelene Sagstrom to the podcast. Madelene, I know it's a busy week, but thank you so much for making the time. I know you're probably exhausted, so thank you for joining the podcast.
Oh, thank you guys for having me.
Of course, of course. Like Emma said before we got started, you are the star of the show, and we just want to talk about everything that has been going on the last couple of weeks for you. It's been wild, and now it is a major championship week. We are at the Chevron Championship. You've obviously seen this course before, and you are riding that momentum. I mean, you had a win a couple of weeks ago, and it honestly can't probably be more exhausting than a match play tournament to win. And then you had a hole-in-one last week. So how great is it to be, kind of riding off that momentum, even though I'm sure you are probably pretty exhausted here in Texas?
No, it's good. I mean, everyone kind of dream about getting back into the winner's circle. And for me, I mean, it's been 5 years since not since I was up there fighting for it, but since I did it. So it's been good. The hole-in-one kind of topped it off last week. And I was like, what is happening? I was like,
Yeah.
great. I was like, I've been waiting for like things to happen for so long. And I was like, now everything is happening. I was
It's
like,
all
this is
happening in a
crazy.
week. Yeah.
I know. I was like, well, I guess if I want to quit golf now, I can quit happy. So it was, it's been so much fun. And it's these moments that you work so hard for, you dream about, like you want to have those nerves, adrenaline, and all that stuff coming back. So it's been great.
That's awesome. What do you make? I know you went out and played 9 yesterday. You're probably going to head to the course soon after this. But what do you make of the course? Like we already said, you've played it already, but is it looking any different this year? What can the people expect to see?
Well, my first glimpse yesterday, it's softer than it has been. Because we were going through the old yardage book yesterday, and we were a bit more cautious off the tee, I would say. And this year she stops. I'm assuming they've had quite a bit of rain because it's quite soft. So
Yeah.
it should play a little bit longer off the tee, a little different. The greens they're receptive with shorter clubs. You can still release a little bit with everything else. Not really so tight around the greens as I remember it being. So, which is probably, if you're coming in with longer clubs, you're going to miss more greens. I think it's kind of fair. But I would say softer and longer shots you will see into the greens.
All right.
Not to go backwards, Madeline, but I want to hear more about your win. I know like you said, it's been a while since you've hoisted a trophy, and I actually said on a previous podcast that, it's always nice to see a vet win because you work so long and so hard, and yeah, it's just like you're constantly waiting for that win. And I thought it was really cool that your mom was there. So can you just take us back to the day and the week? Match play. That's kind of, you're fierce and so
Bread
hung
and
up,
butter.
and like that's just, yeah, that's your bread and butter. So just kind of tell us like what the week meant to you with having your mom and just how tough that match play course is, and yeah, the whole shebang.
Ooh, big week. But it was, well, first of all, I do love match play. I've always loved match play, love Solheim. For some reason, I probably tend to love the single part of it better because it's part of the reason why I play golf, because I love my own responsibility in my journey and what I do. But I think it brings something out of my game that I sometimes maybe hinder myself in stroke play. It makes me very present. It makes me really forget about the past to say, okay, you made double bogey, you lost the hole, it's over. You can't do anything about
Yes,
it. But then
absolutely.
you always start over. I think in stroke play, I tend to linger a little bit too much on my score. And then I was like, well, I lost a shot there, trying to get it back, stuff like that. So
Yeah.
it definitely brings the best out of my game. But then you're playing against the best players in the world. And we had a really good field that week. So,
Yeah.
you have to play good golf. And my shortest match was until 16, and my longest was an extra playoff hole. So
Goodness.
you're going to play against good players. So you still have to play really good golf.
Right.
But it was funny. So normally that tournament, like my mom and we had planned for a long time she was going to come. And we had talked about going hiking the week after. Now, when we left, we were like, thank God we did not go hiking after this, because we would have stayed in the hotel room for like 3 days. But, I had a flight book on Saturday, only 4 players moving on. And then you really kind of take that week, like match by match. Because getting out of, I even though I won my first 2 matches in my pod, it wasn't guaranteed that I was going to move through. So it's one of those weeks that anyone can go through, anything can happen. So you really have to take it match by match. So we were trying to be in the moment. I really enjoyed having my mom there. We did a bunch of stuff in Vegas, had some nice food booked, and it just brings a little bit of perspective in sometimes, knowing that there's more to this life than just golf and a little white golf ball. So for some reason, I tend to do well when family's out. My first win, my in-laws were out there. My father-in-law actually caddied for me. So I think that they all
Yeah.
need to
that's
retire
right.
and travel with me.
That's
No, but
amazing.
it's just one of those like marathon weeks. It's like, you know that it's going to be long, and then you literally take it match by match. And I don't think I really realized that I could do it, because I really wish, excuse me, my voice. I really wish that I was a half full glass kind of girl, but I think I lean more half empty. So like I really wish I was that positive, bubbly like my husband is, and I want to kill him half the time. Um,
Even each
but
other out.
yeah, exactly. But even until like I stood on 18 green against Laura, and I was like, oh, I'm probably not gonna pull this off. And then when I stood, I'm like, no, I
Wow.
can do this. You know, like it was one of those weeks, but you're so much in the moment, so you kind of just run with it. And I mean, I talked to Shane because I was up early in the final match a lot, and then I fell apart, and then I was looking at Shane walking down 10, and I'm like, oh, if I don't do something now, this is going to be over very soon. I looked at him and I'm like, I am dying. Like my body is screaming, my mind is screaming,
I
like
can
what do I do? And
imagine.
he's like, you have to find something. And I was like, but there's nothing to find.
You're like,
Like
where
I've
is
used it
it?
all. I was like, I've used it all. But for some reason I found the next another level in there, and I could just like I hit some really good shots coming in, and some good putts.
Yeah.
That's
How
awesome.
important is that relationship with Shane? I know you guys have been together for a long time, and in a situation like that, having him on the bag and being able to really be vulnerable. I think sometimes as players, it's hard to be vulnerable because you don't want to tell your caddy, I'm freaking out right now. But like that's so great that you were able to say that to him and have him by your side.
Yeah, and I mean, he probably knows me better than I do at this point. We were talking about it the other day. We've gotten to the level where we finish off each other's sentences, and I'm like, this is getting a little bit scary. Um, but he's been so great, and I mean, people on the inside, they obviously know what's going on behind the scenes. Emma, you know, because you play too. So it's like having those people put their time and effort into you and your game is, I mean, it means so much to all of us. And I mean, that was Shane's first LPGA Tour win. So,
Oh,
Oh, yeah, that's
so
right.
really?
that meant a lot to me, being able to, I mean, not just, I don't want to call it give him that because we did it together, but, you know, have that experience together. It was, I mean, it's something he has worked
Yeah.
for 12 years out here. So it was, it felt even better knowing that, I mean, this is our 5th year together. We've worked, and we work really well, like, as people too. Like we function really well outside of golf. So it's just lovely to see how, like, all of that time, those extra things, when we have argued, when we have laughed, like everything was like worth it. You know, we could
Yeah.
actually like finish on top.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, that's incredible. No, I was so happy for you guys. I was also so stressed watching. I can't even imagine how you were feeling playing it because I was watching at home. I was watching with my parents and we were like, "Oh my God, this is crazy." But it was so exciting and we're so happy for you, Madeline.
Absolutely.
But we talked to fans before this podcast episode, and we kind of wanted to know maybe what they wanted to hear in this interview with you. And one thing that they were very intrigued in is how players, especially someone who's a veteran, stays motivated. And I think that's very fitting, like for this interview with you, because you've been on tour for a little bit now. You know, there was 5 years in between your wins. So how do you not get like caught up in the like repetitiveness of it? And how do you continue to stay motivated week in and week out?
I think, I mean, it is that longing of the next step, longing of that, the second win, longing of that, I want to hit those shots a little bit better. But it's also comfortable. I mean, it's a comfortable lifestyle in the sense of it's very predictable. You know what every day looks like. You know
That's
what you're
true,
going to
yeah.
do. So you don't have to, I mean, I don't show up to work and be like, what's going to happen today? Like, I know exactly. I'm going to go to the putting green, I'm going to go to the range, then I'm going to play. Like, it's very repetitive in that sense. So it's quite easy to get into that rhythm.
Right.
Which I think, I mean, we deal with people, but not as many people probably. And since I'm the boss, it's quite, like, I can decide what to do.
For sure.
But I think that, like, feeling that I had and still have more potential inside, and knowing that I'm putting my heart and soul into this, and I've had this conversation with my coach Hans and Shane and people around me. It's like, is this it? Like, if I have reached the roof, let me know, because then maybe I should do something else. Like,
Right.
I am fine with that. But I said, and I think people around me has always believed a bit more in me than I believed in myself. So I think that that's kind of been, okay, I want to see how far I can go, because I still feel like I let myself down from time to
Yeah.
time and haven't really reached that full potential of what I'm capable of. So it's always been like, okay, how can I be a bit more present here? How can I let go of that? How can how can I work out a little bit better? So it's always about finding, like, for me, it's been like, how close can I get to that? Like, this is it, like my 100% of everything.
For sure.
And then, I haven't felt like I got there. And I also think I think that, Emma, you're on a new fun journey in life, and I hopefully have that journey in front of me too. But I've always said, until the day I love something else more than golf, I will do this 100%. And to this day, poor my husband, I still love him, but I still love golf. So it's, I love this game so much. It pushes you to the limit. Like, you have to fight your mind every single week, in and out, and it's just incredible. And then when you sometimes beat those battles, you just feel wonderful about yourself. So it's those small battles that really kind of makes it worth it.
Yeah. I think that's why you're a professional athlete, Madeline.
Everything you
Because
just
I
said.
think
Cuckoo. We're all cuckoo.
we're all cuckoo, but we all want to get 1% better every day. And I've been helping some juniors lately, and just trying to express to them, like, 1% better, where you want to get better every
Yep.
single day. And it's funny you say you're a glass half empty girl, because I do not see that at all. You
I appreciate that.
definitely
Thank
are.
you.
Yeah, I'm like, what is she talking about? But I will say one thing. It's funny that you see your career as what you just mentioned, whereas, like, everyone else, including myself, you were an absolute baller. We got to play a ton together in college at LSU, and I was at Alabama. You killed it. Absolute baller. And then you went on to the Epson Tour, and you won 3 times and had 12 top tens, and literally set the bar to a new standard for everyone coming into that tour, because you
Broke records.
just squished everyone like a bug that year. How do you feel that stage, and now you've been on Solheim Cups and you've won twice, like, you've had so much success, but how do you feel like all these different levels, including the Epson Tour, including college golf, helped you get to where you are now?
Oh, I think that I told my mom a story. My mom tells me a story of one day. So I come from a small town in Sweden. It's not, we have a local golf course. It's not, it's not, it's a good golf course, but it's not like, you won't challenge your game to the limits. Didn't have a great, like, junior program. I had a few friends that we played together all the time. I played with the boys, and it was a lot of fun. I had one girl I played with a lot. And then, my mom tells me a story. I came home when I was 13, and I said to her, I was like, here's my plan. And she goes, and I was like, I'm too big for this town. It's like, this is what I'm going to do. It's like, I'm going to go to golf high school down south. And then after that, I'm going to move to America, go to college, and then I'm going to play on the LPGA Tour. And she goes like, yeah, like, small town, 13-year-old Swedish girl, like, good luck with that. Like, let's just you get your grades up. But I think that I've always kind of had this idea of the path that's going to get me to play. I was like, I always wanted to play against the best players. I wanted to see, like, how good am I compared to them? And even, like, last week, playing with Nelly, and I'm like, I'm analyzing her game to like everything. And I'm like, she does that really well. I do that the better, actually. But then that, like, it's always been, I want to see what the best guys do and see if I can even be close to competing. So even back then, now it's a lot more accessible, but they started back then really kind of sending us Swedes over to America, because we needed grass, and we still do. We have good coaches, good systems, but playing on grass all year long, it's such an advantage. So college for me it was a easy decision. Fortunate that I could go pretty much where we wanted to, play against players like Emma, because I was like, well, I played most of the girls that I played with out here, I played with in college. So it was a big advantage. And then I always tell people, the best thing that happened to my career was not getting my LPGA Tour card in Q school, because I do think that year on Epson really I grew as a person a lot, because you had to do everything yourself. I still remember sitting in our clubhouse in college. They have a little bit better systems now, and I think things have changed. But I remember sitting in there and I was like, I can only pay rent for 1 month. I need to get sponsors. I can't travel, and I don't know what to do. And I was like, and I need to practice. But I was like, but I can't do that. Right now, I'm sitting here because I have to figure out how to get this thing to work. And I do think that kind of played a part in my early success in Epsom, because I played 5 tournaments and I pretty much had my card secured, and I could now pay rent. So it kind of, when things sometimes becomes bigger than golf, it's easy to go to the golf course. Like, then you don't have to take responsibility for the other things like we talked about a bit earlier. Like, it's easy then to golf was fun. Golf was exciting. And, but I learned so much that year. It's like, how do you travel? How do you, how do you book flights? Like, how do you, I've ended up in my career, I've ended up in some places. I remember this year in Scotland, I booked it late, and I'm in the middle of nowhere, and I'm like, what am I doing? So you learn along the way, but that year was really, really helpful to, and also do I enjoy this lifestyle? Because this life is lonely. It's empty. It's not for everyone. So, and I also said, it's like, if I'm not happy, I don't want to do this. So, I figure out quite early, it's like, am I enjoying this? Do I want to put my whole life into this? Because that's what I do. I've left my family, everyone's back in Sweden, and I'm literally here by myself. Is it worth it? But it has been. Still here.
Still doing it.
That's a very long story of my life right there.
No, it was
I love
perfect.
that.
Do you feel like winning on the Epson Tour and being so successful on the Epson Tour gave you a lot of confidence your rookie year? Or did you feel like you came out and you're like, oh my gosh, here I am? In my mind, it looked as if you were very confident that first year as a rookie. Would that be true for you?
It got to a point. So I won 3 times Epson. I think I still have the money record, which I'm so excited about. And I'm like,
which is impressive.
Come on, girl.
Because the purses have gone up.
Yes.
You still hold it.
I love it. But in the fall of that year, Annika reached out to me, and Annika's like, I really think because it was Solheim 2017, and she's like, I really think you need to go do LETQ school, because I didn't have my LET card, because I kind of stayed in America. So to be eligible for Solheim Cup team, you need to have the LET card. And I was like, if Annika tells you you're gonna go, you should go.
I guess I'm doing it.
I guess I'm doing that. So I went there. Absolutely, I killed Q school, won both stages, and I was like, I'm on top of the world, right? I'm so excited. I'm just gonna go out and kill it on LPGA. I get to Bahamas, and I finish dead last. First tournament, I finished so dead last. I missed a cut, and I was really struggling, and I didn't know what. It was like, oh, okay, that's a hit in the face. Great. And then I didn't play well, and then I didn't play well again. And I remember to this day that we had received an email about a Solheim Cup camp, and this was going to be a certain week, and I was still on her radar, but I was not playing good. And I remember sitting there, and I was like, what do I do? And I remember sending this email out, hey, I really appreciate this, but right now I suck, and I need to get my life together to even have any chance to make this team.
Wow.
So it's like, I'm really sorry, I can't go. I need to focus on myself, because you don't want me there if I play like this, and I will not make this team if I'm like this, because I need to figure out this new life. So I send that, and I'm like, you're an idiot, saying no to go hang out with your biggest idols. And then after that, I think 2 weeks later, I went, had my first top 10, and I think it was Kingsmill, my first top 10. And then I just kind of went on a roll from that. But it was kind of, I think it was that letting go of the pressure and the expectation of just accepting the fact that it's like, you are where you are, but you can do something about that, but you can't control the outcome. You can just be more in the moment, trying to figure out the game. But I was so stuck up in I want to make Solheim, I want to do this, I want to show the world how good I am, da 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 da. So I just kind of just went,
took a deep breath,
and
let go.
Yeah. So I will say, yes, after that it probably picked up, but it's not. I mean, it's only such a small part of what the world see that what we do, that there's so much more going on, that, I mean, there's so many stories, there's so many struggles, so many battles, so many successes in the background that people don't know.
Right.
So it's
Absolutely.
so easy to like look at. It's like, oh, she's had a great career. It's like, I've had a wonderful career, and I'm super proud of what I've done, but it doesn't mean that it comes with things along the lines. Like, it's
Yeah.
always something in there.
Those tearful nights with your husband and
People don't see those.
the nights you can't sleep. But yeah, I tell people all the time, like, it's really hard. But if it was easy, why no one, like, more people would do it, you know? So I think that saying is very relevant in professional sports because, like you said, there's no way that people could understand the whole story unless you actually are out
living
there
it.
doing it. Yeah,
Yep.
absolutely.
Madeline, you kind of touched on it earlier, but I feel like we don't talk about this enough, like on tour, is the fact that people come from all over the world, from different countries. They leave their families. They're all alone out here, usually as a pretty like young woman. And I mean, for an example, like Ingrid, she's 25 now, but she, kind of followed your path. She went to LSU. She just won last week, which was awesome. She obviously looks up to you. Like you could tell just like the way y'all were hugging after she won. I got teary eyed. It was so cool to see. But how difficult is that, and how scary is that to do? I mean, especially if you don't if someone doesn't speak English, like, oh my God, I can't even imagine.
I do think, I mean, it demands like a specific type of person to do this, right? But also I think it's also knowing who you are and what you need. I mean, I was talking to Ingrid and her mom, and her mom has said, like, Ingrid wants us out here, so we have readjusted our lives to be able to travel with her because that's how she believes that she's going to perform.
Yeah.
I mean, I met my husband on tour. I traveled with him for years, and I actually travel a lot with Shane. We stayed together, not every week, but I mean, probably 80% of the year. And I think that once you know how you work, you can create that network around it. But I've had girls that have come out on tour, it's like, oh my gosh, I can't wait to hang out with everyone. Like, we gotta go dinner every night. And I go like, girl, that's not how this works.
Yeah.
And I was like, if you want a social life, you might want to pick a different line of work, because this is, this is the best place in the world. Yeah. I mean, everyone has like their routines, their schedules. There's going to be some girl out there from the first light this morning until the sun goes down tonight. Like, people are putting their heart and soul into this. So I think it is about, first figuring out if it's worth it. Like, does it give me more than it takes? Because of course this lifestyle, it takes something from you. But it also gives so much. I remember I've always been kind of a little bit of a lone wolf. Like, I like spending time with myself. I like my own responsibility. So that it suited me quite well. But I mean, I haven't had moments, and I'm like, I had somebody really close to me pass away during COVID, and I was like, I wasn't there enough. Like, like you always start questioning, like, am I spending enough time with my family? But I had this situation, or this moment at the golf course in Orlando where I practice. I was by myself. There was not a single person there. It was like late in the afternoon and evening. And at the hotel next door, I hear a wedding. And I hear the noise, I hear the laughing, I hear this music, and I'm standing there doing a putting drill. And I looked at it and I was like, okay, this is an interesting sign. I was like, would I rather be there, or do I rather be here? And I was thinking, I was like, no, 100%, I want to be here. I want to stand here and do this putting drill. So I think there's stuff that pops up, and it's like, because if I would have rather been at the wedding, maybe they wouldn't have suited me as well. So I think that it's about figuring out the balance. And then, I mean, throughout my career, last year I took a month off in the summer and spent it in Sweden and in England, and it was wonderful. Probably not the best thing I did towards my golf, because I didn't play as good after that. But I mean, there's times in your career
it worked out.
It worked out for now. But there's times in your career where you figure out, like, hey, what is most important now? I always look. My coach, we worked together for 16, 1700 years, and every year we sit down and we look at my golf and my life, because we call it. He's not my golf coach, he's my performance coach, and we believe that every piece of the puzzle affects everything, right? So we look at life as a pie chart, and it's like, okay, and then you have the different categories, like how is my driving? How is my putting? And then you go back into how is my body feeling? How is my relationship to my husband? How's my relationship to my mom? How is my finances? It's like we look at everything, because some year, I mean, every year you're going to have some pies that are less filled than others, and then you might
Right.
put a little bit of an effort into, like, I mean, I remember when I was trying to buy a house, it really stressed me out, because I'm like, I didn't know what to, like, just having somewhere you call home, having somewhere safe that, like, I
Right.
mean, my stuff are there, like, that was a big thing. And when that happened, then you're like, okay, you can think a bit about that. And then my parents got divorced throughout my career, so that was a big part. So then you probably focus a bit more through that. So it's like, it's stuff that
Right.
you kind of focus your attention to, might
Yeah.
get the puzzle to go around.
Absolutely. Yeah, I think sometimes as the fans forget, like we're normal people at the end of the day. We just, our pie chart for golf is much bigger than the normal person. But, in pro-ams and stuff, we always have like people are like, oh, how did this happen? I'm like, well, I've never had a job. This has been my job since I was a kid. And you kind of mentioned this earlier, but I'm very curious. I'm pretty sure, if I'm not wrong, your coach is part of the Swedish national team. Is that right?
Kind of, yeah, but yeah.
Okay.
He's a part of the system. He is. He's in charge of a we call it golf high school,
Okay.
back home, so, which
Yeah,
is
yeah,
part of
yeah.
the system, and they have a lot of players
They
in the
all,
national team. Yeah.
right. So a lot of people ask me about this all the time because there's golf federations all around the world in different countries. And I always try to explain to them, like, no, 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 no. Like, these people over in their golf federations and they were kids. So can you just like explain how the Swedish national team has helped you in your career and like how it works and the system behind it? And like, are you still part of it?
Well, the first thing it gave us was access. Like, it gave us opportunities to travel, to do camps from an early age. It's like they kind of, there's not a set team, but because people come in and out. So like every year they switch in and out, and you go through like the ages of under girls, under 18, and then you go from girls until you're pro. And then now, like the last few years, they've had actually coaches out with us at LPGA and Epson particularly. So it's you kind of go through the system, but they keep an eye on you. They gave you access to, we would go on camps together. We would play together. We play a lot of like team events in Europe, which is also probably why a lot of Europeans are very good at match play, because we have played against, we've done a lot of that early. I mean, but it's just, I mean, they've done, right now, I don't currently work too much with any of the coaches. They've given us access to mental coaches, to physical coaches, to golf coaches. But I mean, so much of my career,
Right.
I'm gonna try to turn that thing off if I can. My husband's telling me he's on his way to Houston. So, but it's something that it's really hard to put a price and a worth on it. But I mean, I don't think I would be here in this situation without their support.
That's awesome.
Absolutely.
And without having, I mean, because they were the ones who sent me to golf tournaments in America. I played two AJGA events. They were the ones who gave me the opportunity to show my game in front of college coaches. So, I mean,
Right.
who knows what if I wouldn't have done that? Because now
Right.
a lot of the college coaches travel across the pond, but back then they didn't. So it's,
Right.
I mean, it's priceless. And these girls, you also, I mean, because what we don't get in our line of work is teamwork. Like, you don't learn how to work well with others, but in the national team you do, because you have to function around like six, seven other girls.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
That's really cool. I have one more question speaking about support, and then obviously your husband was trying to call you. Your husband like has caddied on a Ryder Cup team, like he has been on Solheim Cup teams. He's caddied for amazing players, and you guys met on tour, much like me and Patrick did. Can you just explain, like, you don't have to go in depth about your relationship, but do you guys like try to close the door and not talk about golf at night, or is that a constant conversation? How do you guys manage a relationship, but also the golf part of your lives? And obviously he knows what he's talking about as well. And I think that's very helpful when someone understands your life out on tour.
I would say our lives are like only about golf soccer. Like, we love sports, and he loves golf just as much as I love golf. And he's probably with me, I would say, unless this year he's been, and when he's on LPGA and we have the kind of same schedule, he's probably with me at 95% of my practice sessions. Like, he's out there all day, every day with me. He takes Saturdays off because then he can watch soccer at home, watch the Premier League.
Priorities.
Very important, very important. And then, but for me, it's always been, as you guys know, it's like, we're never home. We're always on the road. Like, it's hard to maintain relationships. Like, I'm very fortunate. I have an extremely small friend group. But the friends that I have are extremely supportive and very understanding. And it's hard to kind of expand that because I'm never home. And it's hard to, like, hey, I'm sorry, like, I'm not going to see you for 3 months, but I would love when things come back to be normal. It's like, it's hard to kind of have that. So having somebody that understands everything, because Jack played professionally for 10 years in Europe. So he was, I think he had part-time challenge tour status at his best. Then he got injured and kind of got thrown into world of caddying, and loved that support, being part of it. But he would still love to hold the clubs. Don't get me wrong. He's so competitive. Like, we've had many conversations about this. For me, it's been having the understanding, having somebody that's willing to make, I hate calling it sacrifices because I believe it's priorities, but people might look at it as sacrifices. Because when we met, I said to him, it's like, if you want to even try to date me, you have to move to America. He goes, okay. So it's like, because I'm like, this is what I want to do. Like, this is what I'm going to do.
Right.
And if that doesn't align with your values, then there's no point.
Right.
But
someone has to make it.
Yeah. So I did say, maybe further along in life, we'll do more of your things, but right now we're doing my things.
Trust me, it changes.
It changes. Yeah. But for me, it's been, he's been so invested in my career. He's both my coach and my caddies, like second eyes. Like, at home, we practice and we do things. And I think now, for when he was out, particularly on the PGA Tour, that was kind of him starting to live his own dreams a little bit. So we've started to separate it a bit more over the years, because I'm kind of leaning towards the end, and wants new beginnings. So I don't want it to get too twisted in. So I think it's cool. Having that Ryder Cup year that he did, I saw a really different spark in his eyes. Like, this is your dreams and not my dreams. And it's really cool.
That's awesome.
Oh, I got the chills. I've gotten the chills a couple times. This always happens to me when we're doing podcasts.
Same.
I don't know why, but I love it. Madelene, you are a girls golf ambassador this year, which is awesome. I guess, like, it's kind of a 2-in-1 question, but how important is it to get girls into golf young, and just even if they don't end up going to play in high school and college, whatever, just getting them involved in sports, because there's still, I know the game is getting better and it's growing and there's more women in golf, but like how important is that, and how happy are you to be an ambassador this year?
Well, I got the question and I go, absolutely. Like, this is, like, you kind of say yes, and then you start thinking, it's like, what does this mean? And then you're like, this is like the reason. Having people, I hate, like, makes me so Swedish. Like, I hate when I give myself, like, credit. But having people to look up to is massive. Like, having somebody there, it's like, they've done a journey, they've done, like, and even if they don't decide to play golf, like, just having good people be role models for young girls is wonderful. Like, just knowing that whatever you dream about doing, you can do. But I do think that, especially in women's sport, girl sports, most parents that I talk to and girls that I talk to, like, unless you have friends, it's very hard to proceed. Like, they keep going, and especially among girls, boys kind of tend to just run around, do their own thing. But us girls, I think it's very important to have that community, feel a part of something, and have somebody else there with you. Because then if you have a bad day or boring day, at least you have my friends there. So, having that community, having that network of people is wonderful, because I think you're going to bring so many more. If not, you just have cuckoo people like me, because I didn't care growing up. And you're going to have still people that don't care, but there's we kind of miss out on that part that they want to belong, and they can be really good. They can make a big difference in the world and become really good human beings. But if they don't have their friends, they would never take this opportunity.
Right.
So I think it is wonderful. I mean, they're all so cute. And I think that, I mean, golf is so much more than just like whacking a little white ball around. Like it is like, it teaches you so many life skills. I mean, just going to college, like saying that you were a college athlete, like you've learned to handle time management. You learn how to talk to people. Like you learn how to handle yourself. I mean, we talked to some of the football players, like come and play the events, and they're like, oh, I play golf for my mental game. Like this makes me a better football player. And you know, like there's so many life skills inside of golf. And I mean, just having the opportunity and having the friends and the people to do it, it's just, I mean, it's going to teach you things for life.
Absolutely.
That's awesome. Okay, Madelene and Emma, it is time for our Serve Pro question, because in golf, when bad shots happen, there's the mulligan ball, and when fire, water, or other damage happens, there is Serve Pro. Emma, take it away.
They know how to make it like it never even happened. And this is where our question to you comes in, Madelene. If you were taking a mulligan in life or in golf, where would you take it?
So I'm going to be very boring, but I believe that
It's okay.
I believe that all of the decisions and all of the things that have happened in my life has led me to the point where I'm at right now. And I don't want to take anything back. Of course, there's situations like throughout life and throughout golf, and I wish I could hit that shot again and do those things again. But I think that it has created the experiences that I've had have created who I am, and I'm pretty proud of her. So I don't want to use my mulligan. I'll give it to. I think it's because in every situation, everything that like happens in life, there's an opportunity to learn, and I have learned so much from all the good and all the bad. And it's I wouldn't take anything back.
I love that. Madelene, I gotta say, that was very glass half full of you. That was not glass half empty. You've grown so much.
I have to ask, can I ask one more question?
Of course.
I have all the time in the world. I'm playing golf in about 6 hours.
Okay, this is a fun question. You and Shane probably have the wildest outfits on tour.
Yeah.
Is that a planned thing, or like, do you ask for the crazy outfits? Tell us about your outfits, because I definitely think you have, you know, everyone has a brand. Everyone like, oh, you know, Ricky Fowler with the orange. Like you and Shane have definitely created, like, it's like, oh, there's Madelene and Shane. Like
the bucket hat too.
They're over there. Yeah, in the bucket hat and the socks.
Yeah, no, I think it's, I think too, it's like, it's come down to, I know your fun question is going to get deep. I'm really sorry. Like, I like to make things deep for some reason.
No, that's great. It's great.
But
I'm over here like, what color are you going to wear this week? She's like, let me tell you, my aura ring is telling me.
My life. No. But in all, I think, I mean, as human beings, like we need people around us, right? And I think most of us are very worried about what other people think of us. And I have been too in my life growing up. I've been very trying to fit in, trying to feel like I belong somewhere. And I think it got to a point where I'm like, no, screw all of this. Like, I need to do what I love. I need to be who I want to be. And there's also a big reason, like, because I have unicorns everywhere. And people don't really know the reason why I have unicorns. I do love all the colors and everything. But for me, it has been the representation of be free, be yourself, be colorful, step out of the zone, and not worry about what other people think. And I also like the symbol of that, maybe call it childishy thing. And I'm a 32-year-old woman. So it's like, I love the idea of like, I don't like need to worry about anyone else. And that's kind of the same thing about clothes. I was like, I worked with Ivy Cool they've been such a lovely partner of mine, and they make wonderful things. And I'm like, well, I love color, so why shouldn't I wear color? If you walked into my closet at home, you would look like that's literally a unicorn threw up in there. But then I also liked, I mean, it's great. The branding has been great. Like the bucket hat has been wonderful for me. First of all, because I'm really fair. I like to protect myself from the sun. And now it's become a thing. Like I can see so many more people be like, oh, there's Madelene, like da 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 da. And I'm like, and it is good for my brand. It's great for my brand. Yeah, absolutely. And I think that I've just kind of, I mean, and Shane is just weird. but Shane also loves colors. Like, but he's
Yeah,
also
you'll
like,
always have it.
but he's like, and he does not care what anyone thinks. So I think maybe it's a little bit our symbol of like, we don't care what people think of us. We don't care about what, like, I was like, if we feel good, if we're happy with what we wear, that's what we're going to do.
Love it.
Love that so
Boom.
much. Yeah, that's a perfect way to end. Madeline, go forth and unicorn this week, because that is a great representation of you. And I love that we got the backstory of that, because I've always seen them, but I never knew the backstory. So that's awesome.
Thank you.
I love it. Well, thank you for joining the podcast. It is a major week. There's a lot going on. So thank you for taking the time, and best of luck. And we can't wait to watch you tee it up.
Yes.
Thank
Can't
you.
wait to see you this week. I'm commentating, so I'll see you soon. And good
Fun.
luck.
Yes. Thank you guys so much. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you, Madeline.